here is San Diego State head football coach Rocky Long. I'm not bringing him on. There you go.
You got to play the music.
All right, Rocco!
Rocco!
Rocco! Here he is. Rocky Long, back on Scott and BR. Good morning, Coach.
Morning, guys.
Ooh, that voice sounds good today.
That's a lot better than it used to be.
Yeah, last time it was Peter Brady. Coach, so I was telling Billy Ray that I had a chance to come out and take a look at the team yesterday and how after practice I said to you, Coach, I thought the team looked really good. And you said to me, oh, really? Smart guy? You've been seeing the opponent's practices too, huh? You're a tough guy to please out there, Coach.
Well, you know, I listen to you guys most every morning, so I heard you get on me this morning, but that's okay.
You can do that.
You know, that's fine. I expect that, and I just try to be honest. And you know, the hope is that we're going to be good. And if you don't push them and don't want them to be as good as they can be every day, it doesn't usually work that way.
Well, I mean, you tell us this, and I'll just say this: that we talked again after practice, and you said, "Look, these are the tougher days because you know you go out to start training camp, everybody's excited, and then you get towards your first game, and everybody gets excited. Yeah. But these are the tougher days, and you know, I know it sounds crazy, but it was freaking hot out there yesterday. Those guys were working pretty hard."
Well, I'm glad you're not talking to our team.
Right.
No, I'm busy. I'm busy trying to inspire the Padres to make a comeback after 10.5 games down. You know.
Well, you know, it's the dog days. I think I told you that it's the dog days, and you get over the excitement of it starting, and it's not game week yet, and we're going twice a day today, and now they're working hard, which is a positive, by the way, that they're working hard even though it is the dog days, and because of that, we'll get better.
And also, Coach, I think because of that, it's normally where you have an injury or two, and you lost Josh Wade. What do you guys do in the secondary? I mean, does it just come down to the next guy that steps up and fills in?
Well, yeah, we've got some other guys. Now, they don't have the experience that Josh did. Larry Parker's the starter over there now. We had kind of a three-man rotation. You know, we got some young guys in the program that have gotten a lot better since last year. King Holder is probably the next best guy. So they got, you know, when you get a guy hurt, they got to step up and play better.
Yep.
Coach, I thought linebacking core looked pretty solid yesterday. Are you pleased with these guys? There's one young man, a kid out of Oceanside. He's one of those guys that's got like all the tribal tattoos all over him, and he's got the long hair. And he's one of those guys who looks really undersized, but just seems to be a playmaker. I thought linebackers looked pretty good. What do you think of them so far?
Well, you're talking about Jake Feely.
Yeah.
And by college standards, he is undersized. But on defense around here, we don't care about their size. We care about quickness and speed and who makes plays. I agree with you. I think the two deepest positions on our team are tight end and linebacker.
Yeah, I was telling Billy Ray, tight end is ridiculous. I mean, you got legitimately – I'm guessing 4 or 5 guys, and of those guys, maybe 2 or 3 of them might be like NFL caliber prospects.
Guys, really?
I mean, it looks that way to me.
Well, I think we got 5, at least 5, and then we got 2 freshmen that are going to probably play this year on special teams. So we might have 7. Now, the 2 freshmen won't play at tight end, but if you got those kind of guys, you better get most of them on the field at once.
Yeah, I like the one kid, the really, really big kid, Escobar, the 88. I mean, that he's an animal. I mean, he's huge. This guy's legit, Billy Ray, 6'6", 250. I mean, he's got one of those really great prototypical tight end kind of bodies.
Does he have 2 of those things called hands that he can catch the football with?
He can catch the ball, but he's not the only one out there, Coach. I mean, the tight ends are good.
Yeah, I think that's the best part of our team. And he's probably the best receiver of the bunch. Bryce Quigley is probably the best blocker of the bunch. But all of them play pretty good, and they're all going to be in there at the same time.
I know that you were concerned going into training camp. We're talking to Rocky Long, Aztecs head football coach, brought to you by Sonic. I know you were going in a little concerned about receivers because you lost a bunch last year. How's the wide receiving core looking to you right now?
Well, I'm still concerned. They're hot and cold. One day in fact, I think it was Monday, they caught the ball really, really well. Now, you were there yesterday, and I thought they dropped way too many passes.
I did too, but I didn't want to say anything to him. I mean, what was I going to?
Well, because you're a positive guy and I'm a negative guy, but that's okay.
Right. I mean, one ball came flying over my way, and kid should have caught the ball, and I was on the verge of my instant reaction was like, dude, you got to catch that.
You got to get that one. That one.
But I didn't say that to him, Coach.
Why not? You should have.
Uh-huh.
You're right. I should have.
Did somebody else say that to him?
No, everybody was over there going, don't, listen, let Rocky handle it. It's his team.
You're right.
Coach, I thought, though, one of the things I enjoyed at watching practice yesterday was physical practice, I thought. I like the way you lined up the offensive lineman against the defensive lineman, you run the ball, and, creating toughness and attitude and, some noise and some yelling and screaming, and you're in the middle of it. I think that's a good way, good intensity at practice, I thought.
Well, we try to practice that way, and I think the biggest improvement that this program's made over the last couple of years, and Brady started it, was to add the toughness level into it, and I think we're continuing that. We're not there yet. We're not as tough as I want to be, and someday we will be. But I think to be a consistent winner nowadays in football, college, and pros is you got to be able to run the ball. And running the ball, if you have a great tailback like we do, that helps. But he's not worth a darn unless somebody up front's beating the heck out of people and pushing people off the line of scrimmage. Then obviously on the other side of the ball, if you can't stop the run, you can't play defense.
So then are you pleased with the way the offensive line is shaping up? Because I will tell you this. You could have gone to an Aztec practice 4 or 5 years ago, and these guys didn't look like Division I college offensive linemen.
Yeah.
They look good now. They're big. They're physical looking. I don't see anybody that looks sloppy at all. They look like real offensive linemen.
That's a credit to them because how hard they've worked over the last couple of years, and it's credit to the strength staff. The guy that was here before, and now Rick Court's our strength coach, and they do a great job with them, but mostly it's attitude. The kids want to be like that. They want to be tough guys. So we let them be tough guys and try to prove who the toughest one is, and hopefully that carries over to game day.
And, Coach, a lot of that attitude comes from your quarterback. How's Ryan, just as far as the work that he's put in so far, you like what he's seeing? Yeah,
Ryan's going to have a great year. His supporting cast is different, like we've already talked about. He's got a great tailback back there, and he's got tight ends. And we're very inconsistent at wide receivers, so he's going to have to do different things than he did last year. But the total package is unbelievable. He's worked so hard to get big and strong. He is undoubtedly the leader of this whole football team. Yesterday I thought the defense was a little more energetic than the offense, and you didn't have to say a darn word to the offense because he was handling it himself. In fact, he sounded like a coach over there getting after him.
Boy, you are so – anybody can go to that.
That's a great thing.
You go to any Aztec practice, and I don't know how many of them are open to the public. It's obvious to see which player is the boss. And he's big, he's stronger looking, he's very much a physical presence, Lindley. He's all of 6'4", 230. He is big looking. And I thought he threw some amazing balls yesterday. I thought the guy really, really showed us. I was watching some of that 7-on-7 stuff. I thought the kid looked great, and I think he's on the verge of exploding this year onto the scene and getting himself in a position to become an NFL quarterback.
Oh, there's no doubt he's an NFL quarterback, and if the guys around him play well, he could really move up in the draft, I think, because he's what everybody's looking for. And the other deal is the leadership deal is unbelievable.
Coach, it was great to see you yesterday. We appreciate the time this morning. Can't wait. September 3rd is literally right around the corner. And before you know it, this season's going to be underway. And there's some big games coming up early between Army and Washington State and Michigan. There's going to be one exciting first month of the season, Coach.
Well, it's a tough start, but, the one that we're concerned about, and it sounds like a coach of cliche, and I'll try to not be negative here, but I am. We're playing Cal Poly, and they've won the last 2 times they've been here.
Yeah, there's even a sign in the locker room that has the date and the score. And rightly so. Let's make sure everybody knows this is no rollover game. We got to go out there and play, and we got to win. Coach, it was great seeing you. Thanks very much for letting us out there, and we really look forward to the start of the season.
Thanks, Rocky.
Thanks, guys.